Yeah, you've got your book Borderland Consciousness, in which you describe your work with patients who are giving voice really in their symptoms and their dreams and their to something that's going on in the collective.
Yes.
Rather than they might have, you kind of are careful to point out that they may have things that we would recognize as psychopathology, but sort of entwined with that are also these deeper messages from the collective unconscious. And
Yes.
I'm thinking that Jung was somebody who lived in what you've described as borderline consciousness.
Borderland Consciousness. And that confusion,
Yeah.
that I said, I was conscious of that when I set up that confusion,
Mm-hmm.
because it forces us, particularly clinicians, to think about the difference between a borderline personality and a borderland personality.
Okay.
And the borderline personality is reflective of personal pathology, where life really doesn't work for them in a wholesome way, versus borderland personality, which there are a lot of characteristics to the borderland personality, but I'll just refer to the one where borderland personalities have a very intimate, conscious, active connection with nature, very similar to the Native American, who traditional Native Americans are never out of touch with their connection to nature. We are. We take nature and Mother Earth, for example, and transpose it all into matter, so that we see it as spiritless and having no value other than what it can serve for us, which is now in part why we have a global warming crisis and a crisis of black lung disease in Appalachia, on and so forth. And there's an absence of both empathy and spirit connection within our culture that's been taken over by greed and let's say personal aggrandizement.